The moment that had everyone at Tight End University doubled over in laughter happened when veteran NFL analyst Greg Olsen decided to put Travis Kelce on the spot with the question that's been on every fan's mind for months, asking whether he plans to marry Taylor Swift while she was just 20 feet away, chatting with other partners and guests in what organizers had dubbed the girls' corner of the exclusive Nashville venue. The scene was perfectly set for comedy gold as the annual II gathering at Vanderbilt University reached its peak energy on the evening of June 24th, with 75 elite tight ends, coaches, and celebrity guests mingling throughout the luxurious conference space that overlooked downtown Music City's sparkling skyline. Travis, who had been engaged in animated conversation with fellow tight ends about route running techniques and blocking schemes, was completely unprepared for what Greg Olsen had planned as the perfect ambush moment that would become the talk of social media within hours. The setup was almost too perfect to be unscripted, with Taylor Swift looking absolutely radiant in a casual yet elegant outfit as she laughed and chatted with the wives and girlfriends of other NFL players, completely unaware that her boyfriend was about to become the center of attention in the most unexpected way possible. Greg Olsen, known for his quick wit and fearless commentary style that has made him one of the most respected voices in NFL broadcasting, had been watching the dynamics between Travis and Taylor throughout the evening, noting how naturally they seemed to fit into each other's worlds, despite their vastly different professional backgrounds. The veteran tight end turned broadcaster had been joking with George Kittle about the obvious chemistry between the power couple when inspiration struck, and he decided that this gathering of NFL's tightest brotherhood provided the perfect opportunity to ask the question that millions of fans have been speculating about since the relationship began. As Travis stood confidently among his peers, gesturing enthusiastically while explaining a particularly complex play concept, Greg approached with a mischievous grin that immediately caught the attention of everyone within earshot, including several phone cameras that happened to be recording what would soon become viral content. The timing couldn't have been more perfect, as Greg interrupted Travis mid-sentence with his characteristic broadcaster's voice projecting clearly across the room. "Hey Trav, I've got to ask you something that everyone here is thinking about," before pausing dramatically to ensure he had the attention of not just Travis but everyone within a 20-foot radius who suddenly stopped their conversations to tune in. Travis, sensing something was up but still unsuspecting of what was coming, turned to face his co-founder with a curious smile and responded, "What's up, Greg? You know I'm always ready for whatever you've got," which only made Greg's grin widen as he prepared to deliver the question that would send the entire room into hysterics. Without missing a beat, Greg looked directly at Travis and asked in his most serious broadcaster tone, "So when are you going to marry Swift? Because honestly, we're all here for it. And I think everyone in this room wants to know if we should start planning our tuxedo fittings for the wedding of the century." Causing an immediate eruption of laughter, whoops, and applause from every single person within hearing distance. Travis's reaction was absolutely priceless as his face went through what seemed like 10 different expressions in the span of 3 seconds, starting with complete shock, transitioning through embarrassment, then landing on pure amusement as he realized he'd been perfectly set up by one of his closest friends and business partners, in front of an audience that included some of the most influential people in professional football. The Kansas City Chiefs superstar's initial response was to cover his face with both hands while shaking his head and laughing uncontrollably, a gesture that only made the crowd's reaction even more enthusiastic as they recognized the nature of his surprise and delight at being caught so completely off guard. If you're loving this behind-the-scenes look at how NFL superstars really interact when the cameras aren't rolling, make sure to hit that subscribe button because we've got exclusive access to all the moments that make these athletes seem more human and relatable than ever before. What happened next was even better than Greg could have hoped for, as Travis recovered his composure just enough to grab Greg in a bear hug that lifted the former Carolina Panthers star completely off the ground while shouting, "You absolute maniac. You really just did that in front of everyone," before setting him down and playfully shoving him away while still laughing so hard that tears were forming in his eyes. The entire room had descended into complete chaos at this point, with other tight ends joining in the laughter and starting chants of Travis and Taylor while George Kittle captured the whole scene on his phone. knowing immediately that this would become legendary content that would be shared and reshared across every social media platform within hours. Meanwhile, Taylor Swift, who had initially been oblivious to the commotion happening across the room, finally turned to see what all the noise was about. And her reaction, upon realizing that she had somehow become the center of attention, was equally priceless, as she covered her mouth with both hands and started laughing while shaking her head in what appeared to be a mixture of embarrassment and amusement. The Grammy-winning superstar's response showed just how comfortable she'd become with being part of Travis's world, as instead of appearing mortified or trying to escape the attention, she actually walked over to join the group of laughing NFL players, playfully swatting at Travis's arm while saying something that made everyone laugh even harder. Though the exact words were lost in the general chaos of the moment, Greg Olsen, clearly pleased with the success of his ambush question, wasn't finished yet as he continued his impromptu comedy routine by turning to address Taylor directly, saying, "Taylor, I hope you know that this entire room is ready to be groomsmen, and we've already started planning the bachelor party. So you might want to give this guy an answer soon before we all get too invested in our wedding planning," which sent everyone into another round of uncontrollable laughter. The beautiful thing about the entire exchange was how naturally everyone reacted, with no hint of the artificial awkwardness that often characterizes celebrity interactions, instead showcasing the genuine friendships and comfortable relationships that had developed between Taylor and Travis's NFL family over the months they'd been dating. As the laughter finally began to die down, Travis managed to regain enough composure to address Greg's question with his characteristic charm and humor, saying, "Greg, when that day comes, you'll be the first to know, but right now, I'm just trying to survive this training camp without you embarrassing me any more than you already have," which earned him another round of applause and good-natured ribbing from his fellow athletes. The moment perfectly encapsulated everything that fans love about Travis and Taylor's relationship, from the obvious, genuine affection they have for each other to the way they've seamlessly integrated their different worlds, creating a dynamic that feels authentic rather than manufactured for public consumption. Before we dive into what happened next at this incredible event, don't forget to subscribe and ring that notification bell so you never miss our exclusive coverage of the moments that show your favorite celebrities being completely genuine and unfiltered. The aftermath of Greg's question continued to generate laughs throughout the remainder of the evening, with various attendees approaching Travis throughout the night to offer their own wedding planning services, joke about being his best man, or simply congratulate him on finding someone who so clearly makes him happy, creating an atmosphere of celebration and genuine joy that extended far beyond the original moment of comedy.